Welcome to Once Upon a Case. Because the law isn't just for lawyers, it's for everyone. Let's dive into one of the strangest tort cases you'll ever hear about. You probably never heard of McGuire v. Almy from 1937. Yeah, it sounds like a celebrity boxing match, but trust me, this one's all about law mental health. Here's the scene. Mrs. Almy, a woman suffering from severe mental illness, is being cared for at home by a nurse named Miss McGuire. One day, Mrs. Almy has a violent episode. She grabs a heavy furniture leg and threatens to hit anyone who comes into her room. Miss McGuire, being the dedicated nurse she is, steps in anyway to try to prevent Mrs. Almy from hurting herself or anyone else. But Mrs. Almy swings and hits Miss McGuire, injuring her. So what happens next? McGuire sues Almy for battery. But here's the twist. Almy's defense? She was insane at the time. Now, in most criminal cases, insanity can be a defense. You can't send someone to jail if they didn't understand what they were doing. But this is a civil case, a tort case, all about compensating the victim. The big question in court, can you hold someone responsible for an intentional tort, like battery, even if they're insane? The court said, yes, you can. Here's why. The judge reasoned that the law of torts is about protecting people and compensating them when they're wronged. If someone, regardless of mental state, physically harms another person intentionally, they're liable. It doesn't matter if they're insane or not. The intent is about the act itself, not whether they fully grasped the consequences like a sane person would. So Mrs. Almy was found liable for battery, and Miss McGuire got compensation for her injury. This case is still taught in law schools today because it draws a pretty clear line. In civil law, insanity usually isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card. The court wants to make sure victims aren't left stuck with the bill just because the person who hurt them wasn't of sound mind. So next time you're reading about tort law, remember McGuire v. Almy. It's a little weird, a little sad, but super important for understanding how the law handles responsibility no matter what's going on inside someone's head. Thanks for hanging out with me for this bite-sized legal history lesson. If you want more quick videos like this, hit that subscribe button.